Alright, what's up my weirdos? It is Taz here from the Asylum Radio Network. With me as always is my lovely Jaz. Don't mind her, she is working on my new iconic shorts. So we've got another Bangover for you. I know it's been a hot minute since we've done one of these. But life, we've been busy.
This one's going to be a little bit different, though.
Yes, a little bit different. As you can see, we are not in the usual spot. We are actually out in Grand Rapids right now. We've just completed our first day of Upheaval Music Festival. That's located at Belknap Park in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And we decided to rough it, so we're just going around in the van and seeing what we do. But last year I covered Upheaval, and I thought it was a good job last year. This is actually Jazz's first year at Upheaval. So what was your immediate impressions of the festival as a whole, not the lineup, just the festival?
Honestly, aside from the hill, I like it.
Fuck that hill.
Yeah, there is a hill that's just horrible.
Yeah.
It is friggin' horrible. It's very steep, and one of the actual friggin' stages is up there.
Yeah.
So if you have somebody up there, it kind of sucks to get up there. They do have like a little trolley.
Yeah.
They use
There's big golf carts, seat 6, and they shuttle people up and down. The only negative with that is they've only got like 3.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, and one broke down today.
Yeah, one broke down today. But they had 3.
Yeah.
So there is a bit of a line and a bit of a wait if you are trying to go in between sets. Because obviously that's when most people try and make the change from top stage to bottom stage.
Yeah.
Because of what we were doing a lot of is just shooting the bands and getting a bit of a review. We didn't stay for almost any full set.
Yeah, not really. But I mean, also one good thing about this place is how it's positioned. You can hear every stage no matter where you are. Obviously, if you're right up on the stage, you're going to hear it better. But no matter where you are, you're going to hear it. If you don't want to, if you don't care about being up front and everything, you can just kind of find a nice spot on the hill, sit there.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people did that. They found a shady spot on the hill and chilled all day.
Yeah, a lot of them perched up a chair or a picnic blanket and just chilled there all day, basically.
Yeah.
One thing that I did notice different from last year is last year they had signs posted to a certain point on the main stage area where the people going were not permitted to put chairs beyond that point. They didn't have that this year. So there was a lot more chairs, and it did kind of encroach a little bit on maneuverability and just the general crowd that wasn't using chairs.
Area.
Yeah, like it did encroach on that a little bit more. Not a whole lot. It was maybe like 2 or 3 rows, but I mean, still that's a decent amount of space. So that's probably my only real
critique.
Yeah, and it's not even that big of a deal. That was just the one thing that I noticed that wasn't really an improvement. They seem to have more area for the porta potties this year, which is really good. And this year they actually had an area with some picnic tables right by the water filling station. I don't believe they had that last year. I could be wrong because
cornhole.
Yeah, they had a few cornhole set up. The VIP area was bigger, and you could get closer to the stage a little bit better in the VIP area than you could last year. If that's your thing, that's not mine. We don't usually get the VIP kind of stuff because we prefer being in the thick of it with the general admission.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really my thoughts on the festival as a whole. Like, all in all, great festival. I love it. I will do my best to come back every single year because I have a blast with it.
I will say the interview area this year seemed not as great as it was last year.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't here, I knew where it was.
That wasn't the fault of the festival.
Yeah.
So last year the media area was inside the ice house, Griff's Ice House, which is right by. It's right on the property of where the festival is held. So that's where it was last year, and that's where it was going to be this year, except there was actually a hockey camp going on.
I'd say maybe next year they should just, like, I don't know, rent that out or, like,
right.
So or figure out a different spot.
Yeah. But I mean, all in all, it wasn't really super bad. We had an interview with Citizen Soldier at the beginning of the day, which we will put that up at some point over the next week or so. Stop your giggling.
Nothing.
And we didn't have any issues for that one. However, when we did interview Austin Mead, again, we're going to be putting that up again probably about a week, depending on how busy we get with life. That interview was during Of Mice and Men's set.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as we got over to where we were the time before with Citizen Soldier, we knew it was going to be a hassle. It was going to be just the sound. Like, it was going to interfere with everything.
Yell at each other. So even though our mics would pick it up, you don't really want to yell during an interview.
Yeah. So Austin was gracious enough to invite us into the green room, or his green room.
And then he invited you into the showers.
Yeah, the interview was actually done in the showers. So it was me and Austin.
Green room was a locker room.
Yeah, it was a locker room in the ice house.
Yeah.
So that is probably an interview that you want to see because me and Austin are standing in the showers.
And they turned them on.
With the showers running. Which that got hot really quick because we couldn't really put the water on cold for some reason. But yeah, that once we get that interview up, try and have a look for it and see if you can watch it because it is an entertaining one. We had a pretty good talk about a bunch of different stuff, including lot lizards. They were brought up.
Was it during it?
Yes.
Okay. We also kind of talked about it not during those.
Yeah, we had a discussion. We kind of stood around and chatted with Austin for quite a while. He was a really good guy.
Yeah, he was really nice.
Yeah, he was a really good guy. A true showing of the classical Southern hospitality. Just all in all, a really good guy. But let's get to the lineup, shall we? And what we experienced through the lineup. There's a lot of bands. Don't judge me for looking at it again. All right. Shut up. So the first band that we had the pleasure to enjoy was Flat Black on the Upheaval stage. which, for those of you that don't know, Jason Hook from Five Finger Death Punch is the guitarist in Flat Black. So, not really hugely similar sound to Five Finger Death Punch. Do you think?
Honestly, I didn't get to hear much. I was at merch.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she was getting merch
sent
shirt.
me off to merch.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't like hugely similar to Five Finger Death Punch. But all in all, they put on a good show. They had some really good energy on stage. It was a lot of fun. There was a pit from the word go. So for everyone who attended that was in those pits all day, I hope
Learn etiquette.
I was going to get to that later. Yeah, I hope you've got a good masseuse, because pitting like that all day, whew, not something I'm going to do. I'm too old for that. But yeah, Flat Black was good. I enjoyed them. Next ones that we saw was Citizen Soldier, and I believe they were the only full set that we saw.
They might be. They might be.
Yeah.
We were running back and forth, and
yeah. Citizen Soldier was the only
like a photographer at a festival.
Yeah, a lot of running. Yeah, they were the only full set that we saw, and I might be biased because I'm a fan in general, but they were amazing. Great energy on stage, like the emotionally hard hitting songs that you hear recorded hits even harder in person.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just comes across so much clearer, and it's absolutely beautiful what they do. For those of you that don't know Citizen Soldier, they are huge advocates for mental health, and
the lead singer is actually a licensed therapist.
Yes.
Like, that's his job. That's his other job.
Yeah, that's his day job.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of the songs that they write are, well, the ones that he writes, a lot of them are based, and this was discussed in the interview a little bit, is based on what fans tell them and what the patients tell him.
Yeah.
So these things that he's singing about aren't 100% his life or his experiences. Some of them are, but it's very much more of it is coming from the people that they speak to.
From listening.
Yeah, from listening.
From listening.
Yep.
And he did say, you'll have to watch the interview to hear all of it, but he did say we need to listen more.
Yep.
And it's true.
Absolutely.
But that's all we're telling
you. Mm-hmm. But go and see Citizen Soldier. If you haven't listened to them before, listen to them. And as Jake from Citizen Soldier said, really listen. Because the lyrics are powerful.
Listen with your heart.
Yes.
They are a band you listen with your heart.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. The next ones that we saw was Saliva. Yes, Saliva from way back when. Although, as majority of people know, it is not Josie Scott, the singer. It is someone else. I am ashamed to say I don't know his name. But he sounded pretty good.
Mm-hmm. He did.
He sounded pretty good. It wasn't the same. I mean, I don't think anyone can really mimic Josie's voice.
No, not.
But he made it his own. He made it his own, and he did very, very well with it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
One
part of that, and this is kind of a side note thing. One part of that I found adorable was he out of nowhere goes, "Grandma, come back! I want meatloaf." And we're all like, "What?"
Yes.
A really old lady, like, you know, itty bitty, hunchback, like, probably in her 80s, honestly.
Yeah, she was.
Like, she was
Elderly.
She was elderly, had crowd surfed
Yep.
to the front, and he saw it, and he's like, "You just made my day," and all this.
He brought her up on stage.
Yeah, he brought her up on stage and was talking to her. And
I asked, "Have you ever heard of saliva before?" And her response was actually no.
And he goes, "It's okay, I haven't either."
Yeah, like it. He handled that with the utmost grace, and
adorable though.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and there was actually quite a few of the there was quite a few elderly people there this year.
There really was, especially I don't know why, but especially the at the top of the hill.
Probably because they went up once and didn't want to come back down.
Maybe. I mean, I went up there once and didn't want to come back down. That hill sucks.
The hill does suck.
But there really was like quite a few elderly there that,
and the other end
were rocking out and having fun.
Oh, they were. And the other end of the spectrum too. There was a bunch of little ones.
Yeah.
That were roaming around. They were having an absolute blast.
Mohawk.
Huh?
Did you see the little blue Mohawk kid?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, a bunch of little kids. There was a few of them that were just crowd surfing all day.
Mm-hmm.
And they were having an absolute blast with it. I'm not usually one to condone repeat, constant crowd surfing, but when it's kids, it's okay.
Well,
they're not as heavy.
If they kick you in the head, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
It's much worse when an adult kicks you in the head.
Yeah. Oh, on the topic of crowd surfing, holy shit, people.
Do not yeet.
Yes, like...
No Jey Uso. Sorry, we watch wrestling.
There was an incident where there was a female crowd surfer who was almost to the front with the barricade. This was actually during Kill Switch Engage, which we will get to Kill Switch's set very shortly, where a female crowd surfer almost to the front gets thrown over the barricade and past security.
Like over security's head.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, security is generally big dudes. Usually about, probably about my height on average.
Or bigger.
Or bigger. So it's 6'3" or bigger. Standing on steps to be able to help them carry people over the barricade.
So that was quite a yeetus.
And she did not get caught. Simply for the fact that people decided it would be fun to throw her. And I'm sorry, that's not okay. That doesn't belong at these shows. The people that were doing that should be ashamed of themselves, because she was severely hurt.
Well, she got up and got knocked right back down. Like she just passed out.
She tried to get onto her feet. As soon as she got maybe 3/4 of the way onto her feet, she collapsed again. And I was watching that happening. So whoever was doing that should really be ashamed, because that's not okay. I don't care who you are. Don't do that shit. Treat each other with respect. And if you don't like crowd surfers, well, don't be upfront. You know what's going to happen. Especially at a festival. Like, festivals are the worst for crowd surfers. And do I get annoyed about crowd surfers when I'm up front? Absolutely I do. But I do not put out someone else's safety at risk for it. I will always be one to catch you guys if you're crowd surfing.
Either deal or leave.
Mm-hmm. It's just like the mosh pit. You don't want it, don't go in it. There's plenty of room up on the hill for you to watch from. If you don't like crowd surfers, go away. Anyway, that's my little rant. I'm done with that. the next set that we saw after Saliva was actually Austin Mead. My first time ever seeing him. And were you able to hear him very well from where you were? Because you didn't go back up.
No, not really.
No? Okay.
That was one of the times I didn't go back up the hill.
She only went up the hill one more time.
I went up the hill 2 more times, thank you.
Two?
Mm-hmm.
You went up for Seven Dust after that was it?
No, I went up for something else too.
No, because the next one on that stage was Aaron.
Oh, okay. I thought I went up for that.
Oh, no, you went up originally for Austin, I think, and then we went back down. Maybe.
I don't know. I feel like we went up down that hill like 10 times. No, we didn't, but that hill sucks. Escalator. Get an escalator.
No, you stayed up there after Citizen Soldier. And then went down before Austin Mead started.
I don't know. Whatever.
Because we were going to get the Citizen Soldier merch.
I don't know.
Anyway, so Austin, his music is very different from pretty much everyone else that we saw. And he himself said that a lot of his differences do come from where he grew up. He's from Texas. And I'm going to go into, I went into a little bit why those differences were there in the interview with him so that I got the word directly from him. But he does have a lot of the country, more like a little bit of country influences in there. That's, you can very much tell he's from Texas with the country influences there. He even said he's country down to the bone. But yeah, he put on a great show. He was very entertaining. As soon as he walked out with a what are they called? Bucket hats? Is that what they're called?
You're talking about the big old like cowboy hat, yeah.
No, it's the little ones with the little brim.
Might be. I don't know. What you're talking about, I'm sorry.
I think it's called a bucket hat. He walked out with wearing one of those and immediately just threw it straight out in the crowd before he even started playing anything.
Oh, okay. Have a hat.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, he was a lot of fun to watch. He was very entertaining. Did a lot of dancing on stage. The band that he was with was phenomenal. They did a good job. But if you want to hear more about Austin Mead, be sure to check back when we have the interview video up. You know what? How about you guys just hit that subscribe little button, and you'll probably get a notification for it when it comes up. It's an idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
After Austin, we went and saw Of Mice and Men. And I've seen them before. You've seen them before.
Mm-hmm. They're good.
They're good. Pretty much the same
That's
kind
not
of
to say they're bad. It's just
yeah. Pretty much the same kind of show that they've always done. Great energy. A lot of movement from the front man. He goes all over the place. But that's just him. That's just how he performs, and I love it. I love it when the front man moves all over the place.
I honestly, I like it when the guitarists do.
They were moving a bit too.
Like I don't know. I like it when the guitarist is like just a spaz, and he's playing around and.
See, I like it when the vocalist moves around a lot because they tend to do a lot more of the interacting with the crowd just in general. So when they're moving around so much more, to me it feels like they not necessarily that they care more, but that they want to see everyone's reactions to what they're doing. And like, I don't know, it seems like, I don't know, that's my opinion of that. But yeah, Of Mice and Men, fantastic performers, great music. Do what you can to go and see them, and we just lost a little bit of light, but that's okay. You can still see us. After Of Mice and Men, well, during their set, we had our interview with Austin, which we already talked about.
So we had to miss the end of it. Yeah.
Yep. From there, we did have a little bit of downtime. We went and got ourselves some island noodles. If you know, you know. The noodles. The what?
The golden noodles.
The golden noodles. Okay.
I heard them called that many times.
Okay. Yeah, the island noodles, if you don't know, they've pretty much got a cult following.
They're actually based like they're Hawaiian noodles.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you know that, but yeah, they're this like sauce is some kind of traditional Hawaiian sauce.
That explains why it's called island noodles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was some kind of Asian noodles because that's what noodles like that typically are. Okay. Regardless, they're delicious.
Yes.
It's
festival staple.
Yeah, an absolute festival staple.
And they're kind of they're inclusive. They do a vegan version and a
you can get it with or without chicken.
Yeah. And they do some of the noodles like specifically it never touches the stuff that touches the chicken. It never it's completely vegan, so.
Yeah.
Cool.
And honestly, the cup that you get, it looks small. I will say it looks small, but you don't need more than that.
They pack it.
They absolutely pack it with noodles and veggies and chicken. And it tastes amazing. And I mean, that's all we ate today at the festival for the whole day was one serving of noodles.
And ices.
Well, we had the ices, but that's a drink. Don't get into this argument with me.
I didn't.
Don't do it.
I didn't say anything.
I saw that look.
I legit didn't say anything.
I saw the look.
Anyways, island noodles are amazing.
Yeah, that was all we had all day, and we were perfectly content without having more food. And the cost of a cup was $14. Like, yes, it's expensive, but it's a festival. It's going to be expensive.
Well, how much was your beer?
The beer was $13.25.
And that was the cheap beer.
And that was a Coors Light.
That was the cheap beer.
Yeah, so
festivals are just expensive.
They're expensive.
Prep for that.
There's a lot of I've already seen on Facebook a lot of people complaining about the cost of the food and the cost of the drinks. I get it, but it's not going to change.
Yeah.
It's never going to change.
Well, and they do let you bring in camel packs. They have a water filling.
Yeah.
If you're really concerned about it.
Just bring water and drink water.
Yeah.
Or bring a bottle and drink water.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing stopping you. And partway through the day, security starts handing out waters anyway.
Yeah.
Free water.
They start handing it out to make sure nobody's getting dehydrated and passing out.
Yep.
They hand it out for safety anyway.
The cost is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like it, come up with an alternative.
Or don't go to a festival.
Or don't go to a festival. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of over everyone complaining about the cost of food and drink at a festival. You know that's what it's going to be. Or
go to one where you can camp.
Yep.
And then go back and forth to your campsite and eat that way.
Yep. But then again, you're still paying for it because you're paying for the camping.
Yeah.
It's going to be what it's going to be.
I don't know. You have to figure out what to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it there, no, it's not worth it. You get
a slice of pizza.
Oh my God. Where it was a normal slice of pizza, I think it was $8.
Yeah. The ices, we got a small icy. It was $5 a piece.
Yeah.
Should they cost that much? No, they shouldn't. But no one's forcing you to buy it.
Well, and if it weren't so hot today, I wouldn't have bought it. But
right.
It was so hot that I was no, we're gonna indulge a little.
Yeah. Which, thank you for getting that. That was amazing.
You're welcome. I surprised him with that one.
Yes. All right. Did you have anything else to say on the food, drink? Oh, another thing about the drinks. Monster is a sponsor.
They hand out free.
Go to the Monster tent. Get a free Monster. If you don't like water, go get Monster. They got a selection of 4 different ones.
Yeah. And you can walk up there pretty much as many times as you want.
And they will keep on handing to you. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't want to go back with anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year they had the Aussie lemonade, which one of my favorites because, well,
Aussie.
Yeah. I think each day I went back 4 or 5 times.
I think I went back 3 today.
Yeah.
One of them was for you, but 2 of them were for me.
Yeah, we got given 5 or 6 free Monsters just by going to the tent and asking for it. They will not turn you away. They want you to take it. So there's free drinks right there.
When we initially walked up there, they were like, "Yeah, sorry, we don't have ice yet, so nothing's cold." And we're like, "Oh, okay, no problem." And they're like, "But hey, where are you gonna be? We'll bring it to you." And it's like, no, it's okay.
Yeah, like they want everyone to be drinking it.
Yeah.
And so, if you don't really want to drink water, there's still another free option there.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I interrupted my own question. Did you have anything else about food and drink?
Not really. I mean, I do wish they had at least one more watering station.
Yeah.
That got quite busy.
Yeah.
And I didn't like where it was. I don't know, but because the line kept coming out and just blocking off the whole food area.
Yeah, that's been an ongoing thing for the past few years. They always put the food there, and it does create a bit of a traffic jam. That's one thing that that's one thing that, like I said, gets complained about a lot online.
I didn't mind where the food was. I minded the water because the water cut off.
Yeah. Sorry, don't mind me. At the time that we are filming, it is currently 1:26 in the morning.
And so I've slept, I think, 5 hours.
Yes. So I'm tired. This is the reason we call it the Bangover report, because we're tired and look like shit. Luckily, we've already grabbed a shower. But
a truck stop. Never done that before.
Yeah, first time I've ever showered at a truck stop. It really wasn't bad.
Yeah, it
was actually a nice shower.
Water stayed hot. Yeah, it was nice.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we've got 3 more bands to go through real quick before we wrap this up. Kill Switch Engage. No, that's another one I stayed for the full set.
I paid attention to the full set, but I did not stay.
Yeah, you went up to the hill because you wanted to get a cart up. But Kill Switch. I
didn't do.
Yeah, Kill Switch. Oh, as always, phenomenal. Awesome. Chef's kiss. Mwah.
Just good dudes.
Yeah.
They literally so when you're a photographer, you usually get to be in the pit for the first 3 songs. That's kind of the norm. There are differences, but that's kind of the norm. And within the first 2 songs, he stopped it twice. 2 different times. One was a guy was moshing, and from what everyone was saying when I was up there, sounds like he busted his knee out backwards, which sounds horrible. And then the other one was a girl, from what I could tell, kind of seemed like she was having a panic attack. But both times he was like, no, stop the show.
Yep, he stopped the show, even yelled at his bandmates.
Yeah.
When they
yelled at his bandmates, he yelled at security, hey, no, right there, come on.
Yeah. And he would not start the show again until he got the all clear from security. Yeah. And I know people complain about that happening. If you're one of those, leave.
Yeah.
Because what if that was you? What if that was you in the bottom of people getting trampled?
Well, the guy with his knee.
Yeah, he couldn't get out.
Left him there.
He would have
ended up stomped.
Yep.
And the girl with her panic attack,
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what I think was going on with her. I don't know with
Right.
that one, but
Like I know people, like there were people booing Killswitch for making sure their fans were safe. Put a bad taste in my mouth, but you know, people are going to be people.
they also redid the first two songs, like shortened versions,
Yeah.
and they like
basically they
did them. They did like a medley
yeah, a
of
little
the
bit.
first two songs
Yeah.
after doing them completely, because they ended up stopping them when the second one was almost done.
Yeah.
So they're like, it's okay, we'll just, do them again.
Yeah. And so yeah. I'm sorry, I don't want to get into another negative thing just yet. That's going to be at the end of me talking about Killswitch. They did fantastic looking out for their fans, showing so much love to the fans too.
Mm-hmm.
Like so much love. It was amazing.
He went out in the crowd.
Yep. He went out in the crowd. And everyone enjoys that. Everyone loves it when that happens.
And like, this is one thing I haven't seen before. Usually when they go out to the crowd, they go out to one spot and then they go back on stage.
Mm-hmm.
He went along almost the whole fence.
Yeah, he went along the whole barricade.
Yeah. Like
I don't know how far he went towards the VIP side because I couldn't see.
He went almost all the way down.
Right, and he came all the way to the other side of the barricade. Yeah. He was on the last step because that's right where I was standing at the time. He came all the way up to that last
I got some
step.
good pics of that too.
Oh, cool. If you want to check out our pictures, we're probably going to be putting them up on our Instagram, the Odin's Eye Media. Yeah. It's just a picture of our beautiful faces as the profile picture. If you want to see our pictures, we put them up there. Go check them out. Give us a like, give us a follow.
But yeah, he actually like went along the barricade, which, I mean, sometimes you'll see him like really quickly run across a barricade, but he like every 2 steps he was like, okay, I'm gonna stand here and sing for a bit, and like, I don't know,
shook everyone's hand to put their hand out.
Yeah, I don't know if you know what barricades are like, but on the side not with the crowd, usually there's kind of a seat thing, so that
the step.
Yeah, so that security can like step up and see what's going on. And he would step on like every other one of those, stand there and sing for a while, and then go 2 more, and then stand there and sing. Like, he was actually, I don't know, I thought that was kind of cool. Because usually it's like they do that in one spot, and then
usually like, right in the middle.
Yeah, usually somewhere right around the middle.
Which, don't get us wrong, we still love it when they do that. We appreciate them still coming out and doing that.
Oh, it's still cool. I just thought it was extra cool.
Yeah.
That he went from spot to spot.
Bonus points.
Yeah. Bonus
points.
Honestly, the whole band was fun to shoot.
Yeah.
They're fun to shoot.
Yeah.
Because they all have fun. They're all dancing around. They're all
messing with each other.
Yeah, they're all like playing with each other, and
like you can see them having fun on stage, and that makes a difference.
The singer does not stop moving.
Nope.
He was back on the high rises. He was.
Yeah, I mean, he goes all over the place. But
where you at, dude?
Yeah, when you're a photographer, you lose track of people real quick because you're only focused on that one spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get some funny shots too.
Yeah.
You'll be focused on one person, and then somebody's crotch just comes across.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my bad. That is not what I wanted the picture of.
Yeah, sometimes it's a happy accident for some people. No, I'm not going into names on that one. I'm not. Nope.
Certain friend that we have.
Shut up. All right, moving forward. Okay, yeah. So I don't know whether it's the location. I don't know whether it's a festival.
Because it was festival.
Or anything like that. I don't know. But I've noticed this a lot lately. It appears that pit etiquette is slowly dying. It's ridiculous the amount of people in mosh pits that are not picking people back up.
Yeah.
Like, there were times where I had to body check people out of the way to help someone up. I shouldn't have to try and go through people to help someone up. That person that I'm going through should be helping them up.
Yeah.
And you know what? Do I, as a general rule, whenever I go in there, take it upon myself to look out for everyone else? Absolutely. Because I would definitely, like, I enjoy myself more when I'm looking out for other people. It gives me something extra to train my eyes on, and I feel happy for myself that I am helping people. But I should not be the only one doing it. I won't say that it was everyone that was ignoring it, because it wasn't. There were some solid people in there that were picking people up, that were protecting the wall, and even went that extra mile to make sure the wall didn't go back to the area where the dude busted his knee. Both me, him, and another guy planted our feet right there, and that was our wall. We did not move. Did we get shoved back a few times? Absolutely. You try and single-handedly hold back 10 people running at you. It ain't going to happen. But did we immediately regain that ground to make sure no one got hurt? Yes. But pit etiquette needs to come back. Bring the veteran pit goers back into the pits to show these younger generations how it is supposed to be done. Because I don't like seeing people getting trampled. I've seen enough of it. I don't need to see it again. I don't like it. That's why I'm always looking out for everyone.
The rules of the pit. Pick people up.
Pick them up. Keep your elbows down. We're not going in there to intentionally hurt people. Is there a chance you're going to get hurt? Yes. You're running into each other. Of course you could get hurt. But you do it with respect and common decency for your fellow man.
Well, and also read the friggin' pit.
Yeah.
Don't start doing crowd killing if it's just a basic bumper, you know.
If it's a standard push pit, don't go crowd killing.
Yeah.
If it's a circle pit, don't run the opposite direction. That is how people get hurt, and generally it won't be you. You'll be tripping someone up. Saw that a few times today. But use your brain. I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but god damn it, use your damn head.
And not as a battering ram.
It might knock some sense into them.
Yeah.
I shouldn't
or
have
make
said
it
that.
worse.
I shouldn't have said that. I don't really have much of a filter right now, so if I offended anyone, I'm not sorry. I'm not. If I offended anyone on that topic, you're the problem. I don't care. All right. The next band, which was the headliner of the second stage, which was, I'm actually just now noticing, is the Lookout stage. Don't know why it's called Lookout. Oh, because it's a lookout up there. Anyway, Sevendust.
Late to the show here.
Yeah, I'm tired. Give me a break. Sevendust. And I know I keep on saying this. As always, I think we've seen Sevendust a few times, right?
Mm-hmm.
As always, phenomenal show. They played some of their old bangers and some new ones.
Again, another band that plays with the crowd.
Yep.
Plays with the crowd great.
Yeah, Lejean, he went down into the photo pit again as well, didn't he?
He was on the big speakers.
Oh yeah.
But he didn't come like out.
He came and stood on the speakers. He was encouraging a nice big circle pit. I didn't see the result of it, so I don't know. I didn't go in after having nothing. Never mind. Y'all can read between the lines. I don't want to get angry again.
Anyways.
Called for a big old circle pit. And again, you could just see that they were having fun.
Made a little speech about how, this is amazing and we all love each other.
Yep. And did you see the drummer?
Yeah,
he was going ham, dude.
He was.
He was going
The
absolutely
funny thing is,
wild.
he's the only one like painted up and shit. Too.
Yeah. I've never actually noticed that before.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a new thing or.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look at her old pictures.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, he was all painted up and he was going nuts.
He was going absolutely ham, dude. But that's the shit we love to see.
Yeah.
We love to see them just like, in a sense, lose control in the moment.
Yeah.
Just have a blast, have fun up there, and that's what we all love to see. And I think every person in the crowd will agree with me on that.
It's a better show then.
Yep. All right, the headliner of Upheaval Day 1. You want to say it?
90s.
Going back.
90s.
Way back. Godsmack. They opened with Legends Rise.
Mm.
And I don't know about you. I love that song. I know you've got your point that you probably want to make.
No, I'll leave that out.
You leave that out? Okay. Musically, they sounded great. Because the vocalist, can't remember his name. I'm tired. Because he also plays guitar, you're not getting a whole lot of movement on stage. Because he's got to be playing guitar, and he's got to have the mic, so he's got it on a mic. It wasn't nearly as much as everyone else at the.
For all that he's doing, he's still moving.
All right, I must have missed it. Well, actually, yeah, I was way off to the side, so I wasn't really. Yeah. Okay, so you fill in about their performance because I obviously wasn't seeing it.
So they perform really well. He does have a guitar. He has actually 2 different mics, create 2 different sounds. But it's a lot of like back and forth. Like he would go back and play with the drummer and then come back forward. A little bit back and forth. And obviously, not as much as somebody who isn't as encumbered with a guitar and singing and everything. But he's still, for what all he's doing, he's still moving around that stage. So
just for my own comparison in my head, about the same as Zero from Static.
More than him.
A little bit more than him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, if you've seen Static X, well, new Static X, I guess. But yeah, they had a great sound. They sounded good. This was my first time seeing them. I'd never seen them before. We didn't stay for the whole set because
sunburnt and tired.
I was in pain.
We got day 2 tomorrow.
And we do. I am slowly slipping down.
You are.
Yeah.
You're just disappearing.
I'm shrinking. I'm hiding.
You're shrinking, Violet.
I don't know. This is really comfy.
Anyway.
Yeah. So all in all, day 1, absolute success. I'd give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. Just because of the reasons that we already discussed. I already brought up my negatives. I'm not going to go back into them again because that would just be beating the dead horse. Which I feel like Austin Me would frown on. Because he's a country boy from Texas. Sorry, I'm tired.
A lot of people would frown on beating a dead horse. Beating a horse in general.
Horses are majestic.
So anyways, good day. Had fun.
Fantastic day.
Very tired.
Very, very tired. Even with all the monster that I drank today. Did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, not really. It was fun. Get rid of the hill.
Just bulldoze the whole hill.
Just,
Fuck that hill.
Or just escalator. Just have an escalator.
Or more shuttles.
More shuttles. A shuttle dedicated to the media.
That would help us immensely.
That would help us.
Apparently, fuck the general admission, according to Jaz here.
No, they have shuttles too.
So extra shuttles for general admission and one specialized one for media.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we've cleared that up. So apparently not fuck the general admission. We love the general admission because we're a part of it usually.
Honestly, if you just put an escalator, it solves it all.
You can't put an escalator outside.
Why not?
It doesn't work that way.
I am pretty sure somebody can figure out a temporary escalator.
I don't think so. I don't think that that's possible with all the mechanics that would be involved.
Crowdsourcing, figure it out.
There you go. You've got some kind of mechanic skills. Design it. Sell the idea. Upheaval will probably buy it. You're thinking of how to design it, aren't you?
Honestly, yeah. I already am, yeah. They never listen to me or anything because I'm not an actual engineer, but I mean, I could think of some ways.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, we're going to wrap this up. Check out Upheaval as a festival next year. It's fun. It's a great time. So yeah, you're good then?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap this up. Just always remember, stay weird, stay wild, and we'll see you next time.